my name is Baldik Sahota. I'm the lead coach for Touche Fencing Club, and I've been involved with wheelchair fencing since probably about 2010. I coach the GB wheelchair fencing squad, and what the intention of today is to show everybody the similarities and the differences between wheelchair fencing and able-bodied fencing. So this is a very, very basic episode. What we're hoping to do is produce episodes as we go along to show how we can progress from a very basic structure to the top elite level. Today we're going to concentrate on foil, and some of the things that we want to talk about are the differences and the similarities between the on-guard position in a chair, the on-guard position standing up, the stepping forward and the stepping back in an able-body, and how that translates to stepping back, stepping forward, which would actually be leaning back and leaning forward in a chair. Then we'll demonstrate the lunge. Then we'll demonstrate how to do a step lunge, able body, and also a lean forward lunge on the chair, and similarly a lean back or a step back lunge from the chair. Finally, we will look at the simple attacks. And some of the things that we'll talk about are the differences between a category A fencer and a category B fencer. As coaching points, today we're going to show how to coach standing up. Later on we'll also show you how to coach sitting down. So the important difference is when you're standing coaching to a wheelchair fencer, where your hand position needs to be, where you need to stand, where your body position needs to be, and how to judge distances as you're standing. Then we'll go on to doing very, very simple parries. We'll just do concentrating on cart and cease, and also circular cease and circular cart. Then we'll probably go on to doing a para riposte exercise and finishing with the first counter para riposte, both direct and indirect. And that's probably going to be it for today. So just to give everybody a basic understanding of a category A and a category B fencer, those are the main two categories that we're going to concentrate on. There is a category C, but it's not something that I'm going to talk about very much. So in essence, although there are very, very many differences or variations, in essence, a category A fencer is somebody who's got good core stability here. To tell the difference between a category A and a category B, a category A fencer can do this, backwards and forwards. They're not using their arms and any movement. They're just using the core strength to be able to do the lean forward, the lean back, and the lunge. It's all done from the core. Again, in essence, a category B fencer cannot do that. A category B fencer would probably be only using the top half of his body, the shoulders, to move. Therefore, a category B fencer will always hold the chair, or there's normally an armrest that they would hold on to. But using that, if they were to fall over, they would have to pull themselves up with their back arm. If they were to lunge, they would push with that arm to lunge and pull with the arm to recover. Push with the arm and pull to recover. That, in essence, is the difference between category A and category B fencers. The rest of the techniques are exactly the same. One other difference that we should be really concentrating on is that some of the exercises that you would do for a category A fencer who can stay out there on a prolonged period, some of the category B fencers may not be able to do that as they will fall down. So those are little bits as we go into a higher level of technicality that we need to be aware of. What we're going to do is just to show you the on-guard position. We will split the video into showing the on-guard position sitting down, and then we'll split it into the on-guard position standing up. So we're going to be looking at the on-guard, the lean forward, the lean back, the hip positions when you're leaning back, the lunge, the recovery. Okay, so from the first one, the on-guard position would be here. The leaning forward, which would be equivalent to a step. The leaning back, as you lean back, the hips twist, shuffle over, so you can lean backwards here, and back to on-guard. So lean forward, lean back, and the on-guard. To do a lunge, so I'm just going to cut my feet, to do the lunge from here, up, and up, and back, up, and back. Again, as with able-bodied, the lunge position, making sure the guard is above the shoulder and the point is low to hit. Recovery and lunge. On guard, recovery and lunge. On guard, recovery and lunge. This is Jacques, who's one of the coaches from Touché Fencing Club, and he's worked with wheelchair fencers and able-bodied fencers for quite a while now. So I'm just going to use Jacques to show you the position that he needs to be in on standing coaching in reference to my wheelchair. What we'll do is we'll show you a picture later on. There's a line marked on the frame, and he needs to stand in line with that frame with his front toe. So Jacques lines himself up to there. The second thing we need to do, because the foil, we need to get the right distance. So I put my arm out, and Jacques puts his arm out elbow, and my point just needs to be in the crook of his elbow, which I think about there is correct. Let's mask up. So one of the other things that you need to be aware of is when you're standing coaching, I'm sitting, my guard is at this level. The coach needs to squat down a little bit. So normally what I would do is go down to about a quarter lunge position so that my guard and his guard are at the same level. The points are up, and now we're ready to go with the exercises of lunging, para-riposte, first counter para-riposte. Okay. First exercise we're going to demonstrate is just nice, simple, straightforward, direct lunge. So we do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next section, what the equivalent would be for a step forward lunge. Finally, a step back lunge. Quick demonstration. You can do beat direct, beat disengage, or 1-2 attack without beating the blade, cut over, beat cut over, hit flank, then finally beat feint flank, hit chest with a flick. So here, direct. Disengage. One, two, that touch. Shoulder, flick. Okay. To the flank under the arm. And then flank, feint high. And that's it. Demonstration of an attack from the coach with simple parry of cart from me and a direct riposte. exercise, but where the opponent goes backwards to recover, simple parallel cart, lunge riposte. So, lunge and go back. So. Good. A much deeper attack, where I have to go backwards or step back to parry, riposting with the lunge. Go. Just a reminder for the coach, when we're doing a cart parry, the coach is going to attack central line or just to cart, so that I can go to take the cart parry. Now we're going to just demonstrate this parry of circular 6. So the coach needs to attack more on 6 side and making sure that the target is the high line. We'll do all 3, riposte upright, riposte with lunge, riposte going backwards and then forwards. All 3 in succession. So, go. Up. Up. Lower the point. Up. 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 And going backwards. Up. Up. Further progression to going on to an attack, parry riposte, and my first counter riposte. So we're just working on 3 phases now. My attack, the coach takes a parry, riposte in cart line, centre or to cart. I take a further cart parry and direct riposte. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Next one, when the coach recovers after his riposte, my first counter is with a lunge. 1, 2, 3. And finally, when the coach does a deeper riposte, I step back or I lean back to take my first counter, riposting with a deeper lunge myself.